I'm awakening once again from my slumber to bring you the objectively correct opinion about One Piece. Yes. Oh, it's such
easy money.
It truly is. Thank you, Bizarro. Hello, all. Welcome, one and all, to the one and only show known as Talking Pirates, the only place to get the objectively correct opinion about One Piece. Certified, objectified. We objectify ourselves and others. And also, Oda is my headmate, can confirm. He tells me what to say, and I merely am his instrument. Hello, all. Welcome. It's time for another chapter of One Piece. I hope you've had a good week. One Piece was back for 2 weeks in a row. Holy crap. What a run, Oda. What a run it's been. Two chapters without a big month-long break. I don't think this has ever happened before in the history of time. It makes me want to say...
You know, we're living in a society...
So true. So true. Okay. Oh, and it's not on break again? Hang on. Let's... Wait. Can we get a fact check? Sorry, I know you can't see, but I'm looking... you might want to... let's just say Hackta Bros. You might want to factor that into your calculations this week. Okay. Society Peace Bros, welcome back. All right, let's just get over to the chapter, shall we? Let's start getting into it. Woo-woo! Oh, of course, I've got to play that. There it is. All right, so we will get to the chapter. Firstly, let me just catch up real quick on our epic Submarinos. Let me see. Oh, the hype train. The hype train has reached 100%. I'm awakening Yeru, man. I can't believe it. Holy shit. The Twitch thing literally designed to psyop you into giving both me and Twitch more money. Holy crap. I can't believe it is really happening. It's happening so hard. Okay. We've got, let me see. Epic Psy, right? Epic Psy for 6 months in a row. Very TYB.
Thank you, Baxter.
I do have to wonder what Emu thought of having someone like Garp, a very famous D, not only working directly under the Marines, but becoming one of their best men. Excellent question. Whether or not that is Hackta, that is a bit of Schrodinger's Hackta. We will find out by the end if that makes any sense, because we simply don't have enough information. I suspect there will be some Hackta there, but I don't know 100% yet. Kev D. Weeb for 4 months. TYB.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. With merely a period. I assume because Kev is on his period. Okay, nicely done. Dr. Feelgood PhD with a baker's dozen 13 months.
Thank you, Baxter.
I'm just glad they were able to save those slaves so they can serve the royal nobles instead of Blackbeard. And you know those royals were saying...
Easy money!
Oh yeah. Slavery is the easiest money in the game, no doubt. And Chernobite for 14 months, winning the longest streak of people who have given me money just now.
Thank you, Baxter. One
Piece Film Red is out now for sale on Blu-ray. Buy your copy at your local or online retailer today. So true.
Easy money!
That is what Uta is saying. That's what Oda is saying. That's what I'm saying. Shueisha's saying it. So darn true and based and good. All right. Where the heck was my man Gecko Moria? Great question. And, you know, it does kind of look like we've wrapped up the Hachinosu arc for now. However, you know, we will talk about that because we're going to speculate about how things have allegedly concluded, you know, whether things are done and, like, where things stand. And Gecko Moria would be a relevant person to bring up because we know that Perona was allegedly there breaking him out. Like, did that actually happen? I mean, we didn't see it happen, so I don't know. Now, that would be the thing, because I was going to say we've seen some with the Shadow Fruit. For whatever reason, no Blackbeard pirate has taken the Shadow Fruit, even though it's like a very powerful fruit and can do a lot of stuff. Dalman475 says, I think I might be the only unironic Moria bro. Let me, do I have a soundbite for that? I think Moria would say this.
You know, we're living in a society.
I feel like that captures the ethos of the... Oh, I was just rereading some of Thriller Bark, which is great, by the way. And his thing was, like, his ethos is let someone else do it. That's, like, the ethos of the Moria pirates, or whatever they're called. The Shadow Zombie pirates. I don't know. Yeah, I am kind of hoping for Moria to have pulled an Uncle Iroh and have been lifting hardcore in jail and get super jacked and come out. That'd be sick. Nate, the new live-action trailer came out like a minute ago on the One Piece live stream. Do an epic reaction, please. Hey, everybody. Editing BGE here. So I did talk about the live-action show for a while, along with Oda's new message about it, because they miraculously released during the stream. But I've cut it out here because I mean it when I say it. Who cares? Not interested in hate-watching or being part of that conversation, except to say that this is all a colossal waste of time. If you really give a shit, you can find that clip on the Twitch VOD, but I say don't bother. Anyway, back to the chapter. All right, anyway, time to vote, okay? Time to bet money and do things. Here we go. I apologize for wasting all your time with the Netflix nonsense. I don't know, I'll probably leave in the fucking VOD, but whatever, who cares? Anyway, here we go. The last week's vote was... Okay, Goda won pretty strongly, okay? It was a strong Goda showing last week. 80,000 to LF Demiurgos.
Thank you, Baxter.
Or no, perhaps... there it is.
Easy money.
Easy money. Nicely done. I know, Clyde. We're getting to it, okay? I will not be complicit spreading this shit, okay? I will not. Hackta was lost. Oh, it was our boy Zach. Hey, our boy Zach, a.k.a. Reddit Sephiroth, is out there right now at a... I wonder if I can pull the thing up, actually. Okay, I won't bother. No, you know what? I will, because he's a notable member of our Talkin' Pirates Club, our secret club, okay? And he is out there doing some cool shit right now. Where is it? I don't know how far I can scroll back. I don't want to waste time with this. But he's out there in Katakuri cosplay, and he's looking great. All right, he's looking great. He made a cool-ass Katakuri outfit, and he's at, like, a teching panel, like, at this very moment right now. And it's pretty sick. So, nicely... Okay, I can't spend time scrolling back on this. I'll give it 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I give up. Okay, but nicely done. Go find it. It's in there. And good job teching. Okay, all right, gotta move on. All right, anyway, so sorry about your loss, buddy. Sorry about your loss. But rest in peace. At least you got to meet a man, well, I mean, compared to me, I mean, he's nothing, okay? He's obviously nothing compared to yours truly. If you want the objectively correct opinion about One Piece, you know where you come, right here. But if you want a far lower IQ opinion, teching, you could do worse than teching, okay? We'll leave it at that, shall we? Oh, Lives has got it. Okay, here we go. Hey, there it is. Okay, very nice, very nice. God damn, do I love Katakuri. Not bad, not bad. All right. Okay, so let's, what am I seeing? This right here. Okay, so new vote. Okay, new prediction. Here we go. Let's get to it. Is it Goda or Hackta? Goda, Hackta. 30 minutes to vote, as always, people. Get in there. Vote now. Begin. All right, and let me move this over here. And we commence. Okay. I think we all want Reddit Sephiroth to fuck our wife in his cosplay, and let's pray at least one of us is so lucky. Okay. And yes, Seb is right. If you want the Omega-based opinions, come to the Discord, where you can get me ranting about more things more frequently. All right, okay, we have to address this. Okay, Netflix piece, cringe, okay, whatever. They're advertising, it's fine, who cares? What's with the spaghetti sauce-ass fingers? Okay, can someone please explain to me what the fuck is going on with, what is this, like, light hockey going on here? Is this, he's got spaghetti sauce up his arm. Okay, that could be the sleeve. This man's been eating Cheetos all day. Okay, or either that or he just reached in this man's chest. He's ripping out his heart. They're covered in blood. I think he's being corrupted, like in Epic Zelda-reno game, all right? You know what I'm saying, bros? Not Breath of the Wild. Tears of Lake Kingdom, bros? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Just in time for the chapter. You're right, Katsub. That was a warm-up hour, okay? Holy shit, 55 minutes. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. We're gonna hurry through the chapter a little bit, I think. Kalima, says Luffy. Gomu Gomu no Kalima! And he steals his heart. Okay, nicely done. All right, anyway, can I read any of this? Keiro. I think that means scene. No. Oh, shit, I don't know. Rai. I don't know. By the way, I got a really nice message. What the fuck is Kalima? Somebody tell him. I got a really nice message, I'll just say, in the Talking Pirates, like the One Piece, what am I saying? The Japanese chat from some guy. Let me just get his name. because it was really nice. What was his name? Was it Pepper? No, it was Sakyoku. There was a guy who commented in there who said that my work on studying Japanese for the last, it's been like a year and 3 or 4 months now. He said that was inspirational to him. And that guy, he left a whole thing in Japanese. He apparently had lapsed on studying or wasn't doing it as much. He was like, there's no way I'm going to let Nate be better at Japanese than me. So I'm getting back to it, which I totally respect. That's part, like, me and Based were competing about who would get further in WaniKani for a while. And that was a strong motivator to not lose to somebody else, you know. And so his message said that at this very moment, he is now in Okinawa, Japan. Yes, in Japan, the Hawaii of Japan, which is a very nice place. Studying Japanese or whatever. He's there. Yes, Based, you did win. You did win that. But I've shifted and I'm doing grammar now, so I've become I'm even smarter than you, actually. So yes, you won. But I took my ball and I went home. Okay, is what I'm saying. Anyway, nicely done, Sakyoku. Congratulations, Okinawa. Sounds Based. I gotta go there sometime, man. Anyway, I won having 1,600 cards built up. Yo, should I show you guys how built up my WaniKani is right now? Just for fun. I know we're going all over the... Okay, tell you what. I'm gonna give you a peek, all right? I'm gonna give you a little peek. Okay, just a little one. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, don't blink. And we're done. Okay. Oh, did you see that? Oh, no. I don't know what that was. I don't know what number that was. It was a number. A couple of Dory keys were in there. The number gotten kind of big, but anyway, don't worry about it. Let's continue with the chapter. Okay, here we go. All right. So TCB scans. Arigato gozaimasu. Onegaishimasu. It's gonna, like, I've just been so lazy with it. I just don't, I mean, I still do it every day, but I just don't do enough to get through, and kanji is not my top priority anymore. Okay. TCB scans. Translator, CDR, thank you. Get TYBs.
Thank you, Baxter.
Can we get some TYBs in chat, please, for our kind friends over at TCB scans? The greatest foot fetishes in the land. Now, these are Tarantino vibes over here. Yeah, it was 1559 or whatever, something like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Teal, thank you. Ryan Munoser. Red Hood. That's a new one. Solid Snake, like my Venus. Epic. Okay, when there's a new One Piece chapter, bros. Getting fully bricked up right now. Evan and CDR. Arigato. Thank you. We get a Fizo back sometime. Maybe, I don't know. Haven't asked him in a little bit, but he's in the chat. I could talk to him. All right, anyway. Oda says, to defend his hack manga once again, I finally had the giant pizza at Spontini. It has a light yet crisp flavor that is just too good. Please open up more stores. Oh, wait a minute. Pizza? Pizza sauce? This man's he's been double dipping in the sauce. All right, we've settled the question. Oda was just dipping his fingers into that pizza sauce. That's the answer to the question. Thank you for clarifying that, Oda. I appreciate that. It was all planned literally since chapter 1. Pizza time. Am I right? Soko says, I'm probably going to take a Japanese studies at uni by next year. I am kind of scared it'd be too much Japanese on my brain and won't have the patience to watch anime. Soko, let me just tell you, I hate to slander my Japanese course. There was work. My university Japanese classes really did not demand a ton of my, like, focus. There was some effort there. I had to go to classes and, like, practice and do the workbook and stuff. But, like, I feel like I was really not, like, I kind of wish I was pushed harder, you know? So that's my point to you. So maybe you'd have a similar experience. Talk to some people who have taken the class before at your school, you know? I don't know. Anyway, okay, this cover page is cool, and I like it. It's got classic, I don't know, it looks good, old style Luffy looking here, old characters that I generally like. Buggy looks good. I don't know, man. Lives just said you'll learn more in the Discord than in class, TBH, unless the teacher's really good. Livesy might be right. I mean, collectively in the Discord, we have like a lot of knowledge there. So I think it's a really good resource, and I'm super glad to like have, you know, kind of put that thing together for everybody, because I use it all the time. But like, I want to contribute more in there and do more practice. So we'll talk, bros. We'll talk. Anyway, this looks good. I like it. The only thing I don't like about it is how it's selling a slightly false bill of goods as if this was like what the show would look like. Luffy will not be wearing sandals. He's literally lying to us right now. Mother of God, Oda is a liar. This must be Hakta. Okay. All right, drawn by Oda, conceived by Hakta. Okay. Sneakerhead Luffy will rule today. Meanwhile, Nami does have like the fucking hairstyle of the other girl or something. I don't know. Nami has Netflix hair, which, I mean, Nami looks great. You know, she looks good. Sanji looks like okay. I mean, the nose, man. The nose. Bro, the thing about Usopp is, like, Usopp has, like, never been drawn with dark skin. Or, like very lightly. In the anime, I think they made him a little bit darker. But look at Zoro. Zoro's skin is, like, identical to Luffy, even though, like, supposed to be different. Like, Usopp is semi-canonically Asian, and in the anime, he is, like, yellower looking. You know, that's how it is. But they just didn't put it... Like, Oda just doesn't really do that in the anime, or in the manga at all. Sanji's the eyebrow, whatever. It's a cool cover page. I like it. It looks good. I hate that it's connected to the live action, so who cares? He's literally from Africa, Nate. Yeah, just like Elon Musk. My favorite African American, right? Good joke, Nate. Good joke. Oh, there's that other guy. There's that, you guys probably haven't seen this, but there's like a little bit of a row, as the Brits would say, going on about like some like South African, like MMA fighter who's like beefing with some, like, he's a white guy beefing with like some black guys that were born in Africa. And I'm just saying, things are getting a little heated. Like, who's lit true African? Oh, yikes. Okay, all right. Now that got nothing to do with me, bro. I can't remember that guy, but it is funny, and I laugh at it. Okay, anyway, so on to the chapter we go. Deplesis. That sounds right. That guy, you know, he tried to be nice. Okay, anyway, it's not neither here nor there. Anyway, this is not my Usopp. All right, darken that man, melanate that man up, okay? Melanate that man up. This guy, too. He's got some yellow melanin he's missing. All right. Yeah, Zoro would have killed Usopp if he had any more melanin. So true. All right, first panel after an hour and a half, give or take. All right, sounds good. That's about good for me. We'll try to get to the second one within 4 hours, okay? We'll see if we can get there. All right, time to hate old people. Okay, here we go. Anti-old propaganda begins. 90-minute prologue of the chapter. Here we go. All right, the former Navy HQ. Lesson 1. I'm just gonna say, Hakta has a strong showing, okay, for the beginning of the chapter, but it is a little, like, this looks good, but that Hakta undercurrent, succulent. I'm getting notes of Hakta from the chapter. Yes, a delicious Goda brew, but with just those little notes of Hakta, and it feels so good, okay? The perfect mixture. All right, here we go. The former Navy HQ. Lesson 1. A baby and an old man, okay, are stranded on an island full of fierce beasts. You're on a boat that can hold a maximum of 2. What do you do? Kobe, little fucking bitch-ass, teach and please and bitch, says, I'd get off the boat myself. That way both of the victims can use it to get to safe. You dunce, that's wrong, says Garp. You wouldn't think Garp would be like a classroom teacher, but okay, whatever, fine. I guess he is sometimes. You should abandon the half-dead geezer. Vice Admiral, what are you saying? Says a character I've never seen before. And there's Groose back there. Why the hell did you become Marines? Oh, and it said a while back, right? That was the word. So Garp says, kill old people, save young people. And I mean, you know, like there is like a decent argument. It's not like totally nonsensical. Like in a situation where you have no choice to be like, I don't know, like why do they save women and children? You know, why don't we kill the male children too? Well, you know, because they got stuff to do still. They're gonna grow up, you know. I say kill all men. Personally, that's my take, and I'm trying one day at a time. You know, I've done my part. How about you? I'm a strong believer in kill all men, starting with all other men first. Obviously, I'll be last. I'll be the one to do it. Okay, I'll be the executioner. Okay. Why the hell did you become Marines? To safeguard the future, right? Mamoru o Mirai o Mamarimashou, or whatever it is. Well, you should keep that in mind because you all have more ahead of you than some old fossil. Take the baby and live on. Why can't the old man hold the baby? It's a baby. Maybe because it's a thought experiment, idiot. Don't ever give a lecture like that again. Haha, got hit. All lives are equal. Okay, the Marines say all lives matter. You heard it first here on Oda. Oda stands, you know, the thin blue line, all lives matter. Okay, Oda has come down hardcore on a position here in American politics, the thing that Oda loves more than anything else in the world, okay? Except slaves, obviously, who are based and good to have around. We love slavery, okay? Obviously, except for that. Okay. But the potential of youth is limitless. So true. So true. A few weeks ago at Amazon Lily, the Owl of Women. This is unbearable, Vice Admiral, even if he is an emperor. Wait, so we're on Amazon Lily. Okay. So Kobe was going to, like, arrest... What's-her-face, right? Arrest Boa, right? We saw the fight on Amazon Lily, right? I'm just trying to remember, because it's been a fucking while since that Blackbeard flashback with Boa. So that was a battle on Amazon Lily, right? In which Blackbeard, like, captured Boa or whatever, right? Am I remembering this correctly? Or was that somewhere else? I think that was Blackbeard doing that. Anyway, help me out, people. But, even if he's an emperor, are we meant to sit back while he takes our fellow officers just because we don't have permission to engage? Said to a vice admiral. And Rayleigh was there. Did Rayleigh show up at the end? Oh, okay, this was where Blackbeard was attacking Amazon Lily. So this is clearly after the fight. Okay. Good. Help. Who knows what they'll do to us back on Pirate Island. Indeed. What do you want here? So what Kobe was there too. I can't remember what Kobe's role was there. Did he show up like... So he showed up at the end. Oh, no, you're talking about Rayleigh, right? I can't remember when Kobe got there or if he was there the whole time. I think he was there the whole time, right? Kobe was trolling for some slam pigs. Based and red pill! His role was to summon Rayleigh. Okay, cool. Captain Kobe, he's with sword. Okay, now this was kind of interesting. So, like, I didn't study this in depth, but, like, the sword thing matters because, like, they can cut you off if you're in sword. So that would be why he was, like, allowed to make this trade or something, I guess. So, if I take their place, would you be willing to release this battleship and all 800 of the Marines you've captured? Kobe, you do that. Zeha, you think a lot of yourself, don't you? I'm gonna say right now, it's gonna get worse, okay? But the absolute sheer fucking atmospheric black hole level dick sucking, okay, of Kobe is off the fucking charts, okay? It is astronomical, the level of Kobe dick sucking going on in this chapter. I don't think I've ever seen it's like ever in the series, and it's relative to his position in the series, okay? Because like Kobe was nobody when it started, and like people thinking like Garp is cool makes sense, okay? He was there from the beginning, but Kobe is getting such dick riding. Well, okay, there was Law. You're right. You know what? Law might be a contender. Oh God, you know what? I take it back. I apologize. I apologize to Kobe. I kneel. I squeal. For a moment there, for a brief moment there, I forgot the 12-year-long dicking that we took from Law every single goddamn chapter by virtue of the entire plot being built around Law's shitty plan that I remind you amounted to goddamn nothing. Oh, wait, I forgot the Rockyport incident, Reno. Ah, I'm so sorry.
You know, we're living in a society.
That's so true. Fucking Law, man. Fucking Law. I never had a problem with just, like, Law's power and even his attitude and becoming a Shiji. All fine. But he was there for so fucking long and got so much focus. And his crew, like, didn't even get any. It sucked, okay? It sucked. And that's when I first began to feel, well, that's not true. I felt One Piece began to kind of pull away from things I really liked about it during Fishman Island. You might even say there was elements of it during the like Marineford and stuff. But whatever. Law was there longer than Vivi? Bro, by a huge degree. Okay, but Law is cool, so you're wrong. Law is cool, but too much of a good thing is a bad thing. That's, I think we can all agree on that, So there you go. Law also established the cringe devil fruit negation hockey bullshit. Okay, true, yes, he's guilty of cringe all the time, but, like, that's, like, a very new One Piece thing. You can't even blame Law for that. He's just, like, the guy who's on screen doing it right now, It would have been anybody else if Law wasn't around. So, you're right. Where Law goes, cringe follows, in many ways. But I don't, like, specifically blame Law for that exactly. And he's a hot woman. That is true. All right, on we go. We march onward. So Kobe getting his dick just fucking slobbed on by Hakta. Okay, great. You love to see it. My favorite character. Also, there's Sabo, but I feel like Kobe gets even more dick sucked, especially this chapter, okay? Oh, I don't know about that. Sabo might give him a run for his money. And notice how it's the characters that get their dicks sucked are the ones I hate the most. Like, characters that just don't do much are fine, I'm not mad that Krieg, like, hasn't showed up again. Krieg was, like, okay, not that great. I get mad at Law, and I get mad at Odin, and I get a little mad at Sabo, you know? Because they overstayed their welcome of being cool guys. They went too far, okay? All right, on we go. Present day, near Hachinosu, Pirate Island. Kobe fucking... Oh, wait, I almost forgot. The other element here is... So Blackbeard agreed to this. Blackbeard agreed, oh, Captain Kobe, or whatever, fucking Commodore Kobe. Oh, you're so cool. You're such the hero of the Rocky Port incident. Of course I'll trade a battleship and 800 men for you because you're so epic and base, and I love you, Captain Kobe-kun, and I want you to be my precious little baby boy toy. Like the hackery is, it's getting onto Blackbeard as well. And that's a little cringe, okay? Blackbeard just wanted the bounty. Well, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I guess so. Base Blackbeard should have said, fuck you, I'm killing all these Marines. That's all there is to it. All right. Hachinosu, the hand just came out of the island. Okay, here we go. Oh, what are we going to do about this big hand? Oh no, help me. Our cannon fire is ineffective. We didn't even make a scratch. It's no use. We can't stop it. Okay, here comes Based Avalo Pizarro to kill all Marines. Based. Whoa, Tashigi, she said words? Holy shit, this is the most relevant she's been in like 500 chapters. Holy shit. That's epic. Truly, you have to say. So true. Okay. Where's Smoker? Quick question. Where is my man Vice Admiral Chaser? Who? Great question. I don't think I know who that character is, actually. He sounds totally unimportant and like he was never important. Or man, if you just think for a second, the unbelievable pounding, the transformation of Smoker during Punk Hazard was insane when you really think about it. Arc begins. First of all, his hair jobbed. Okay, his hair looks shitty now. Do you mean Green Bull? No, even worse, unfortunately. So haircut, shit. All right, looks cringe. He's got the fucking Macklemore cut now. Fucking jobs to Law. Christ. Okay, Christ. Jobs to Virgo. Okay. And finally, jobs to Doflamingo. 3 jobs in one arc. Holy shit. That's Smoker? God, you gotta go back and reread like some early One Piece. Smoker was a good character. He was important. He's like what Kobe is being groomed for right now in the story. Smoker was supposed to be Luffy's Marine rival, and now that like Oda's just like given up on him or whatever, like you look back and you're like, what the fuck was the point of all that shit? I don't know. I feel like Oda, when we wrap up the story, I feel like Oda will do something with Smoker. He'll probably be an admiral by the end in some fucking way. I mean, a fucking Green Bull can be an admiral despite jobbing hard all the time. I don't know. Smoker can probably pull it off too. I don't know. We'll see. He saw Roger's execution. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was very main character-esque that he saw Roger's execution. That was sick. But yeah, Smoker just got power creeped out. That's exactly right. Magneto. What can you do? For some reason, Tashigi was hotter when she switched bodies with Smoker. Well, she showed the goods, all right? She had that, what do you call it, like the middle boob thing going on, which was hot as hell. And, I mean, I don't know. She was just showing it off, you know? She was bold and brash. Okay, protect the civilians. Yes, ma'am. Okay, all right, there's, Sono Chikara da. What power? Sugoi! Meanwhile, cleavage. No. There's a whole thing that's like the middle boob when you have like a dress that just doesn't have a center and you can see like the full center chest piece. That's more than just cleavage. I think there's a word for it. I guess cleavage makes sense. Whatever. Fine. You win. But, I mean, no, because a boob window can go above like Power Girl and just show like the top of the titties or whatever. Oh, I don't know. I think there's a term for it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. No, I'm not seeing it. Anyway, I'll let you guys figure it out. Okay, meanwhile on Pirate Island, 100 of Marines and civilians will die if the hand gets to that ship. Vice Admiral, what do we do? We kneel, we squeal, we die. Takudo says, hey, 44 months. Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter.
44 months. 4 more, and that'll be 4 years. Oh, the times we've had. No doubt about it. I think I can watch these streams a little now. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Takudo. And I'll say this. I am contemplating bringing back a gaming stream. I shut it down because I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I don't know. Like, whatever. I could play some more stuff. But in my Discord, in, like, the BG Discord, which you have to be a paying member to join, I put up a little vote of, like, what game I could potentially play. And I'll just tell you what it is. The votes were even once a month would be huge. Yeah, I mean, once a month is not bad. But, like, to play a game once a month is a little bit light. Maybe I should consider doing that, I could call it, like, a patron stream or something. I don't know. Not that it even would need to be just for them. Oh, okay, so the vote was just, for anybody who cares, Dragon's Dogma, Outer Wilds, or Disco Elysium, none of which I've played. Stranger of Paradise, okay, maybe another time. But those are 3. Dragon's Dogma, Outer Wilds, and Disco Elysium. I've heard they're all good. I like Dragon's Dogma, but I literally cannot let Gakko win. Indeed. Disco or Dogma for sure. Okay, all right. Well, join the Discord and vote. All right, give me money. Okay. So Garp says to them, what do we do? And they say, don't worry, guys. You got this. Okay. Get ready. I'll give you an opening, all right? What's this man cooking? What's he cooking in there? Bruh. All right. Captain Kobe, you're going to go for that island monster's hand and you're going to smash it to bits. What? It's way too big for me. So this is Garp hyping his boy up. Okay, that's cool. This element of it is nice, of the, like, teacher aspect Garp has, because Garp is great, and everything he does is basically great, other than use hockey, but I can forgive him for that, because he pretends it doesn't exist, just like me, for real.
Shut up, bitch!
Excuse me. Rear Admiral Groose, your job is to protect the ship from any falling debris, and make sure no one gets in their way. Lieutenant Commander Helmeppo, I don't know about never second guess yourself in the heat of the moment. Now go! Okay, so we didn't give him... Oh, make sure no one gets in the way. Said Helmeppo. Okay, cool. Kobe is literally episode 1 material. Episode 1, bros. That does he show up in episode 1? Yeah. Well, no. I mean, chapter 1 is like is the Luffy flashback. I mean, it's not a flashback at the time. You know what I mean? It's the establishing the Luffy story. So he's like a chapter 2 character. Therefore, he's New Piece. Therefore, cringe. Okay, sorry guys. Kobe was cringe for the beginning. No, okay, not episode 1. Episode 1 doesn't matter. We're talking chapter 1, okay? Episode 1 is some bullshit, a New Piece garbage. Look, the manga is Old Piece. Obviously, the anime is New Piece, okay? Get the fuck out of here, all right? Luffy backstory is in episode 4 of the anime. Man, I don't even remember that, but I do remember that now that you mention it, but isn't that a strange choice? Okay, all right. So, hey, Kobe's group's on the move. Who cares? They're helpless without Garp. They may call him a hero, but he's basically nothing but a glorified raw cadet. So, what? How dare they say that about the man who is the hero of Le Rockyport Incident Arena? That is deeply disrespectful. Okay, put some respect on the man's name. All right. The anime version of Luffy is fine too. And Luffy's entrance is pretty mysterious and cool in episode 1 of the anime, which is the first thing I ever saw of the show. So, that's pretty cool. Zoro's flashback was just before Barati. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But you're right. I do remember that now. How strange. I only think of it in the manga terms these days. Weird. Okay, anyway, here we go. I'll call it all 3 of these boys will be admirals by the end of the series. Ivan, if you want to put your money where your mouth is, put that in the bet thread on the Discord and bet honor or be labeled a coward. Though I'm pulling for Smoker. At this point, I'll say this. I think it could definitely be Smoker, Kobe. At this fucking rate, it's probably going to be Kobe. And I don't know who the third would be. Fucking, not Helmeppo. It's not going to be Helmeppo. Fucking, I guess it could be Groose. Yeah, I don't know. That would make sense, I guess. Smoker, fucking Admiral. I believe that Smoker will have some relevance before the end of the series, okay? If Kobe can do it, Smoker can do it. I swear to Christ. Yeah, there's a bet thread. It's off the main One Piece one. Like, ask somebody in the chat. They'll help you out. All right. Let's kill him. All right, they're saying let's kill him. Okay, so here they go. Groose. And you know what? I feel that Groose coin is rising, okay? Say what you will about Kobe's power levels and getting his dick sucked too hard. Groose I like more because he's a little more chill. His style is kind of growing on me a little bit, even though he kind of looks retarded. But I don't know. Something about him is kind of charming. And, he was in the, he was first introduced, I think, during the Capone Beige cover arc or whatever. And I don't know. I like his Golem arc. I like his Clay thing. That's pretty cool. I mean, I always see it with Groose with an S on the end, but I don't know. I don't care. I'll just have to figure something out. So, yeah, do you have explosives to destroy it? No. I'll figure it out. Okay, figure something out. Big enough to crush something. That thing is big enough to crush a battleship in its palm. Very true. Very true. He does have a personality, even though it's mostly, I want to be a cool Marine sword guy. But that's, that's something. All right, you ain't getting away, Kobe. Blast, blast. Ah, they saw us. Okay, make sure no one gets in their way. So there goes Helmeppo, slicing and dicing. He should be kind of higher power level at this point, Helmeppo. That's the thing that, like, Zoro and the boys have been doing since early on in the series, cutting bombs, cutting cannonballs out of the sky. But whatever, it's fine. Who cares? Helmeppo-san, no! Okay, don't look back. Off they go. Garp-san, where exactly do you think you're going with a wound like that? 'Tis but a scratch. Indeed. And again, Garp is looking based and cool, and I like him, and Garp is a hero, and everyone else sucks. Here I was worrying. Ha 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 ha. That just proves you're still soft, says Garp, fast as fuck boy, and gives him the old bonk right on the dome. So Kuzan cucks once again to based Garp. Insta-killed. Okay, you love to see it. Hi-yi! Indeed. And then here comes Garp. Pew, 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 pew. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Garp's coming here. Tasukete Kudasai. Okay, can't get distracted. I've got to crush that ship. Okay, here comes Galaxy Divide with an epic. That's a bit of a bonk right there. That's the sound you just hear an echoing. Based. Okay, nicely done. All right, so there's Garp, like blowing up something that's like, I don't know. I mean, it's like a giant mountain. So Garp is look at him going pew 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 pew, dun 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 dun, and then whabam Dokkan. Fucking sick, man. Garp is carrying One Piece single-handedly right now. And this is believable for like Garp's power level, makes sense to me. Garp is an extremely powerful motherfucker, and you love to see it. All right, so this is Goda right now. This is pretty Goda. Pizarro-san. Now this is actually kind of interesting, because I noticed I thought this was an interesting difference from Pika's fruit, because Pika as a big stone Nika got sliced up multiple times by Zoro and like never took any damage, whereas Pizarro here, his fruit is working here like Robin's fruit, which is anything that she like generates elsewhere that gets her, any of the like the arms or whatever that gets hurt also hurts her. Well, I mean, you can say Haki, but like I'm sure Zoro was using Haki when he sliced, Pika. When he sliced Pika in Dressrosa, he was. He just must have. In fact, I believe we literally see his blades are black, so there's no need to speculate. He just definitely was. So that's fine. But so there is a distinction here. This one does hurt you. Haki or no Haki, and that's all there is to it. This is like he's like possessing this. This thing is like part of him, as opposed to Pika's fruit, which just animates and moves a giant stone thing. So there you go. That must be the opening he mentioned. Oh goddamn. Okay, this is. Let's do a. Garp deserves a yayo. He is carrying the series right now. Okay. That must be the opening he mentioned. This is it. He made his move. What are you gonna do, Kobe? Live up to his expectations. Da-don. And there he goes, zooming and zipping. Okay, cool. Excuse me. I feel that at this power level, Roger versus Whitebeard should have sunk that dam they fought on. Excuse me. Oh, like sunk the island or the place they were. Yeah, like on that island when they clashed. Just for fun, let's consider comparable power levels to this, like comparable feats. I mean, there's been like Mihawk chopped at an iceberg. Zoro chopped Pika, who was like, Pika was like probably roughly the size, That seems about right to me. So Zoro did a big chop. Luffy's are a little bit less direct, but like when he blasted Doflamingo, Like obviously, like the whole ground like lifted up, and so that was like moving a lot of gigantic like earth. I'm not like sure exactly how big it was. I think it was very big. Pika was roughly the size of a barge. That sounds about right to me. Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot. And this is like, I don't know, whatever. It's like, I feel like Luffy could do this right now. Even without Nika, Luffy could have done this. And so Garp is at like Gear 4th level at least. Which is, I don't know, whatever. Like, I don't really care. It's just interesting to compare. And look, he's putting his shit back together. He's holding himself together. You old dog. Because he's a dog. He got that dog in him, boys. He's doing it. Oh, right. The other power scaling thing. You are right. With this being the level of power that like Garp can generate with a punch, it is fairly surprising that an island where Whitebeard and Roger fought would not be wiped off the map. That is relatively odd. So, yeah. I mean, look, the power scaling is getting fucked the longer the series goes. Oda did a pretty good job for a long time keeping things under control. We're past that point now. Things are getting a little bit insane. But, I mean, that's been true for a while now, so whatever. It's not that big a deal. All right. Like, once Whitebeard showed up and, like, did his shit, it was basically over. And it was like, okay, now we can just do whatever. All right. So, okay, you think that'll stop me, Garp? Now you'll see what happens if you piss me, meow, because he's like a cat. That's his thing. I'm sure he says nya at the end of his sentences or whatever. It's so over. The Talking Pirates Chudge found the Smash server. Bruh. Oh, no. What have we done? The precious, the last bastion of the old BGE heads. All right. They have infested every territory. These lowly shonen reading One Piece incels. I'm so sorry, Smash server bros. It's so over. All right. Hey, Helmeppo. Kobe's been improving a lot recently. Okay, here we go. Here comes the cope. So why does he always look so beat up? His arms are constantly bandaged. So Garp, powerful man. Okay, established. Look, it's Kobe. Does he seriously think he can stop that giant hand? Yeah, ha ha ha. That twerp's heroic reputation must have gone to his head. Beat up? Oh, you mean his hands and shoulders, right? He told me not to say anything. So this is way back. This is during the cover arc days, man. Or right around then. Which is a nice flashback. There's Helmeppo with his silly ass updo. Yeah, guy eating cereal. He will never stop that hand. Incoming. There's going to be an imminent spitting out of cereal. Kobe's been, compared to everyone else here, I have zero aptitude for combat. That means working 10 times harder won't cut it. I'll have to put in 200 times more effort, which I will remind everyone is impossible, doesn't make sense. I get what they're going. Okay, whatever. It's an exaggeration. Okay, that's fine. I've got to keep training or I won't be able to protect anyone. If I can't do that, I'll never be a great Marine. Ouch. 0 times 200 equals 0. You're telling me that after my special training regime, he's sneaking off to work out more? Nani? Yes, he never misses a day. Ouch. Give it a rest already, Kobe. Okay. He spends the whole night hitting one of Le Battleship Baggerino. I know what that is. That was firmly established in Chapter 1. I remember in Chapter 1 when the Battleship bags came up. Now the foreshadowing of this guy is insane. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Until his fists peel and bleed, and I see him sneed. Smile. Nya, compared to my paw. But wait. Oh, right. That's I kept reading this and I'm like, is Kobe saying this right now? Kobe, like, is he? I don't know. I don't like where this is going right now. Why are you calling your fist a paw? Does Garp call his fist a paw? I don't. Now all of a sudden, like the dog hat that he wears is making me a little concerned. Nate, as a gym guy, is this a good idea for strength training? Absolutely not. No, it is a terrible regimen for strength training. Punching a punching bag trains you for like boxing, which is fine if that's what you want to do. It 100% depends on your goals. If you're like me and just want to be a big himbo with big muscles, which I've been slacking on, but that is my goal overall. Then weightlifting just, you know, like in a gym with like bench presses and squats and stuff, that is like the most optimal way to do that. Lifting under heavy weight. There you go. Getting swole. There it is. What do you got there, Takudo? Wait, what is this? Takudo just linked a very strange looking YouTube video that I'm going to click on. Tony Ferguson kicks a metal pole.
If you guys want a demonstration.
Okay. All right.
No,
Let's see if it works.
So for me, I'm all about not get hit, but when I hit, I don't want them to hit me back. I want them to think twice about fucking doing what they do.
Okay.
That's the kukui. Be good, motherfucker.
Oh. Jeez.
No blood.
Ouch. I wouldn't do that.
In shape.
I wouldn't do that. Your bones are weaker. He can't keep getting away with it. Wait, let's say this to Hacked real quick. To Hacked, I have one thing to say. Where is it? Come on, say it.
See, I don't want to kill you.
Here it is.
Can't keep getting away with it.
I need that on the soundboard, man. That's a good one. That should be on the soundboard. I gotta write that shit down. Okay, all right. Unironically, rebuilding the bone in your shin works for Muay Thai. That's true, Chernobite. You are right. And when you do like Muay Thai or whatever, you can strengthen your bones. That's fine. That's a fine thing to do. But like you're training for a specific thing there, you know. So like know what you're getting into. If you just want to be a big muscly guy, just weightlift. And you know, you got to eat right and do all the other things good too. But it depends. If you want to be a fighter, then yeah, train on like a punching bag or whatever. All right, so now that furry Kobe is established as a furry, training his paw, let's see what happens. Okay. Don't get close, Kobe-senpai. Abunaides, yo. This won't take long. Let's enjoy the dying screams of your fellow Marines. Nya. You got this, says Garp, lying to him. Even if they try to jump overboard, Aokiji will just freeze them. Because as we all know, Aokiji kills lots of people all the time. That's the main thing about Aokiji. He kills a lot of dudes. Okay, his kill count is through the roof. And he's always looking to make it go higher. Excuse me, I'm burping. We gotta go. This girl looks a lot cuter here when I can't see her ugly outfit. What's her name is... No, not Suru. Kujaku? Whatever. Captain Kobe, we have got as far as we can. There's no stopping it now. Yeah, why doesn't Aokiji just freeze the water? I mean, I guess, like, Garp's buying him time. That's the whole point. Garp literally said, I will buy you time by doing stuff. So, okay, that's what happened. That's fine. Check. Nate, can you do your audience a favor and redirect them to the Fit Sticky every time someone asks a question like this? That is a great idea. Takudo, do me a favor. Go grab the link to the Fit Sticky and paste it. Guys, go read the Fit Sticky. It has literally everything you need to know. It'll get you started. And, like, go do what it says. And in a year, once you've done that, and you've put on your newbie gains and you've been doing well, then worry about adjusting your routine. But just do what it says. All right, there you go. Takudo's got the link right there. All right, so here we go. Kamehame. I've got to break through. If I can't, they'll all die, and their blood would be on my hands. What? Is that black lightning on his... Could it be? Okay, by the way, I'm just going to say real quick, because this was relative to this panel right here. I saw somebody link Morge. Somebody linked Morge. Yeah, the threads are hit or miss. The sticky on the Fitboard is what you want. Black Flash! Domain expansion! There he goes. I'll say it right now. It's not advanced coding of the Conqueror. But, I'll say this. I had been under the impression for quite a while now that Black Lightning did imply Conqueror's Hockey. Was I wrong? Because I saw Morge tweet, I think it was Morge, somebody linked it, saying, like, that was a fan theory. Kind of like how, like, every D smiles when they die. Honkerer's Honky, that's the one. No, it needs to be a Tremo. No, am I missing it? I don't know. Am I wrong? Was it like never confirmed, or was it just like a correlation thing that we assumed? I don't know, because like they're actually it's not that there's zero information to be gleaned from like the way things look. By the way, Oda's very inspired by Dragon Ball, which includes like the Dragon Ball Z section. By the way, like Dragon Ball, or one of the ways you distinguish Super Saiyan level 1. Versus Super Saiyan level 2 is that Super Saiyan level 2 has lightning around it. It looks different, and it always did. It was hockey hitting hockey causing lightning that implies color of Conqueror. Hockey hitting cause that yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, I guess I would need to go review, but I feel like it has been fairly consistent that it is a Conqueror's hockey thing. But I would need to double check. I don't know for sure. Anyway, here we go. So, Honesty Impact. Okay, all right. So, Honesty Impact is the name of this attack. You know what? I bet there's a pun here. I need it on the soundboard. Wait, let me get it. Let's play it.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. Get your goddamn ugly ass.
Yeah, okay. So he's doing a Biden blast, and there it goes. What? Yeah, that fair reaction. Meouch. Pizarro-sama. Okay. Honesty is the best policy punch. All right. The name is funny, so like I don't mind that, obviously. All right. Well. All right, Dream, I'm gonna read yours, then we'll talk about this. Read your point there. How you felt about Shanks one-shotting Kid and Killer is how I feel about Kobe doing this, but ×5. Dressrosa Luffy had to do a Gear 3rd Grizzly Magnum. I assume you mean Gear 4th. Grizzly Magnum to do the same thing to Pika. I call huge autism on that speed of growth, all because he punched some battleships. BS. Okay, we just got to get the elephant out of the room here, or address the elephant in the room, rather. Get that elephant out of the room. Don't address it. Get it out of here. And say that we are in power creep peace. No doubt. Okay, no doubt. And, like, this feat of destruction for Kobe is utterly insane. Okay? It's totally unhinged from the perspective of, like, someone who's, like, paying attention to power levels. It's been, like, let's even say it's been over 3. It could have been over 3 years, okay? Oh, that emoji was Cap. Oh, I always thought that was the autism hat. That's what I thought that was. So, huge Cap. Okay. And as I'm informed by the youth, Cap means fake, not real, lies. Okay. That's what I thought it was the autism hat. That's what I've been assuming it was. Okay. Right. No Cap for real. Okay. I gotcha. Cap means autism, but nicer. What can I say? I'm waiting for my melanin to grow in, bros. Then I'll understand these epic reference arenas. So this power level growth, like Oda, he's trying to justify it, right? Okay, he's trying to justify it. He's saying, he's trained 1,000 times harder, 1,000,000 times harder than everybody. Okay, cool. It's slang that came from people bragging about teeth. Oh, meaning like no cap on your tooth, or like it's not like a fake. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm too old for this shit. I know the word vaguely. I generally get how it's used. No cap equals for real. Gotcha. Okay. And when you're capping, you're straight fronting, brah. Don't do that. Okay. Straight up. On God. For real. What were we talking about? Anyway, whatever. He's trying to justify the power levels. Oh, he trained so hard. He worked so hard. He's like the inheritor of, like, Garp's legacy, okay? That's what this chapter's all about. Old, bad, and busted. That's Garp. We've got a new Garp, a better Garp, and it's Kobe. Oh, and I was going to say, let's examine the timeline real quick. Okay. So Kobe showed up fucking at the beginning of the series, and let's say Luffy traveled for a year. That's fine. So he saw Kobe a year later, roughly. Probably less than that, but whatever. Let's give him a year. And, whatever. He was, like, doing Soru and some CP9 type stuff. So that was fairly insane growth. And see, at the time, I thought this is fairly insane growth. Okay, you guys weren't there when I was reading it because that was back when in the anime days. But, yeah, it was kind of insane growth already. Kobe has all might, basically. How many Dorikis does this man have? That's what we need to know. And so now it's just that again. And I believe in like one of the movies, didn't I remember there was a thing. Kobe did some like insane punch attack in one of the movies. Yeah, I was there. I've been weekly since 2003. Well, damn, dog, you've been watching. I mean, I started watching with 4Kids. That's when it started. I started watching, and I mean, I missed like a few days. I think I watched like an episode or two. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Like, I missed a couple episodes, but then I caught back up. Whatever. Yeah. So that initial insane growth has led to the chart is going up more and more and more. It's exponential growth this guy is getting, and now we're on like borderline Garp level punches here. I'll say this: the thing that annoys me about it the most is how like Kobe didn't know he could do this, because like he's closing his eyes and he's doing it, and he's just like what? I find that cringe. I know it's like kind of a joke. And I'll say this. It does. There is a limit. Okay, I understand. This is a shonen manga. I get the message that Oda is saying here, which is work hard and get results. Like just work harder than everybody. Like I've always liked that about One Piece and shonen manga. Like early Naruto, the Bleach stuff. Train really, really hard. Get amazing results. Work harder than everybody. Okay, be like Nicki Minaj. All right, be on your grind 24/7. I take no days off. I'm always grinding and shining, okay? Back the barbs. That's what I do. The thin pink line. Yeah. So that was always. Okay, I lost my train of thought. What was it? I got sidetracked thinking about Nicki Minaj. Uh-oh. I can only think of starships now. I've lost it. I've lost my thread. What the fuck was I talking about? I was just trying to back the barbs, okay? Somebody post where the fuck I was talking about. Nicki Minaj just Nate's Uta. That's true. Right. Okay. Right. Kobe on the Sigma grind set. Thank you. Yes. Work hard and you can succeed. That's always been a great moral for like shonen. There is a limit. Okay. There is a limit where that message begins to cut into like other reasonable things about the story, and like a story is more than just how much hype you can get out of it. Like there are like messages. You know, there are and one of those messages I think is like, don't wildly do things that like go beyond your actual capabilities. And I feel that we have, look, I don't care that much. All right. I'm just saying, like, I read this and I roll my eyes. Okay. We're at a roll my eyes moment here. Does it look cool? Yes, it looks cool. I understand what Oda's going for it, but the actual fucking, like the moral of this scene, I find fairly bullshit. Because like this stuff about like working 200 times harder than everybody, like that doesn't make sense. You can't, it's not possible to work 200 times harder than other people, you know? So whatever. You can work a lot harder than other people, twice as hard, 10 times as hard. I know the numbers don't matter. It's like he worked harder, he was rewarded. Yes, I understand that's the moral here. But like this power level, and he's like closing as he like accidented into this power, you know? I find it a little bit over the top, okay? Because as much as people like to clown on power scaling, it has a place in the narrative. It does. Like, if Luffy just defeated, well, I don't know. If Luffy one-shot, I know, Kobe, that was unbelievable. I'm with Helmeppo. It is unbelievable. If Luffy had one-shot fucking Akainu at the beginning of the series, we'd be like, well, shit. That's it. But the good guy won. What a moral. No, it's about how you execute, okay? That matters, all right? All right, anyway. Like, the point is he believed in himself. He did it. He was honest with his feelings. Hockey blooms in battle. It's fine. And you could say that Garp may have known. Like, Kobe may literally have had this power level now when Garp knew it. I still don't think it, like, makes sense that he has this power level right now. But, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Like, Luffy has to rely on, like, the gum fruit to do shit like this. Kobe's just doing it with his bare fist. You know, I'm just saying. Like, Kobe's kind of styling on Luffy right now. I'm sorry, Luffy who? Is he a character in the series? I don't know who that is. This is a Marine piece and Return to Reverie piece, okay? Hoofy. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Honest. He's going to be the Pink Admiral by the end of this fucking series. It's coming. Return to Kobe Beast is here. Anyway, all this is... Do I think this is, like, that bad? No, it's not that bad. It's just, you know, just over the top, man. Power levels do matter a little bit. He has Haki greater than Devil Fruits. It didn't used to be the case. All right, anyway. Kobe-kun, Kobe-senpai, you're incredible. I love you. I want to have sex with you immediately. Please breed me. Captain Kobe, amazing. What about the debris? Okay, okay, now see, this is endearing. There are things about that are cringe. Kobe's kind of cringe. But Garp, as always, is the best part of the scene that he's in. He's laughing. I fucking love Garp. People were in danger. Lives were in danger. Garp is a Giga Chad, okay? He doesn't give a fuck. I mean, he wants to protect people, but, like, I don't know. It worked out well, okay? Garp just continues to carry the series single-handedly. Okay, great. There's, it was unbelievable. Okay, and here's Groose, Sneeding and Coping. You're laughing. Otis fucking the power scaling, and you're laughing.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Garp laughing at his grandsons and students going sicko mode is always good. It is always good to see. You've been hiding your true strength this whole time? See, that's the thing. It's, like, weird. Like, did he, like, accidentally punch this hard? It's strange. It's strange. Anyway, Clay Webb. Okay, nicely done. Thanks for saving us. Appreciate that, buddy. Kobe, you did it. That was sugoi. Truly sugoi. Okay, he lost the hat and looks much better. Thank you, Helmeppo. Helmeppo is also good. Helmeppo-san, I did it. Dekimashita. That arm was as big as a mountain, and you blew it to smithereens. It was an impact dial, of course. That's true. That's true. Okay, so Prince saved us, right? Because his name is Prince. He accidentally unlocked Mega Cock, just like how he accidentally unlocked Observation Hockey. So true. So true. Now we just need Vice Admiral Garp to get here so we can leave. Yeah, yay. That's going to be fun. Very excited for that. Thank you, Kobe. Kobe-senpai. And Kobe looks like he's, like, fine. Like, I was kind of thinking this might be, like, a My Hero Academia moment of, like, Kobe, like, being hurt because he, you know, like, exerted himself or, like, hurt his hand or, like, you know, like, didn't need to hurt his hand, but, like, be, like, wiped. Like, he put everything he had into that attack. And you know what? I'll say this. If Oda had done more to sell, like, how hard this punch was, this could have gone over a lot easier, you know? I don't know. Like, I feel like speed piece is a factor here, and, like, how quickly... We've got, like, one panel. Like, sure, he gets there. And then there's, like, one little charge-up panel here. And it's not bad. It's a decent panel. I like Kobe. Looks cool. I don't know. I think there could have been things done to sell this a bit better. Anyway, whatever. Anime Jannies, they will do their thing. No doubt about that. Okay, where are we? We're right here. Okay, Captain Kobe, arigatou gozaimasu. This is Garp. The mission to rescue Kobe was a success. Copy that. Please make your way back as soon as possible. All troops withdraw from Hachinosu immediately. Nani? Anime would solve this speed issue. I mean, that's true. But that's one of my criticisms of One Piece lately, and of Oda specifically lately, that I don't give a single flying fuck about the anime. I am a manga guy, and I feel like the artistry of the manga is suffering, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't think that Oda was partially relying on the anime to clean up some of his shittier work. I do feel that is something that's been happening since, like, Onigashima. And not a fan. Not a fan of that. So hopefully he starts doing better, you know? All right. Okay, so I'll figure something out in situations like this. The safety of your kids is always the top priority. What? Is he saying that old people bad, young people good? Holy shit. Chapter 1. You finally get it, right? Prince, okay, our success here will prove a serious blow to pirates everywhere. So keep moving forward. And never forget, you are all the future of the Marines! Okay, so Garp is literally dead, bros. Oh my god, he's old and dead. Okay, we'll get back to it. I know you are a manga guy, but you started One Piece with the anime, right? Yes, but since then, I have grown a brain, a dick, and a heart. And look, if you want to watch the anime, that's fine. I feel the anime has been for a long time a lower piece of art than the manga for many reasons. One, just because the manga, like, wastes a lot of fucking time. And, like, anime in general doesn't look as good because in-betweens often lessen how good things look. I like the manga. It comes out faster. I feel it's truer to the vision of the story. But, I mean, you know, Oda's feelings are changing on that a little bit, I think. Anyway. Garp hit by the most deadly attack in One Piece. Kuzan Ice. So true. So true. He impaled him through the heart. He's literally dead, you guys. Okay, all right. There's our boys. So these guys are looking pretty good. Okay, so the Blackbeard Pirates, not taking massive L's. This guy got back up out of the water. Good for him. This guy's doing fine. Fucking Shiryu's doing all right, even though he got choke slammed before. Shiryu's back up, you know, after getting a big slam by Garp. Clank. Bwah, ha, ha, ha. Garp. Okay, crying as he's... I don't even know if he's, like, being... It does say Bakit, Bakit, which is the ice sound effect. It's hard to say if that 100%... Because, I'll say this. Because this is a manga, not an anime, I would speculate that this is implying that Garp is being frozen. But, like, I'm not totally sure of that because, I mean... like, the way that it's structured... It sure seems to imply... And I don't want to be fucking, willfully ignorant or whatever... But it is possible that, like, they're not actively freezing him. They're, like, doing something else. But, they probably are. They probably are freezing him. Paki. Anyway. Well, okay. We'll finish this right now. We'll talk about this and we'll get to the last bit. So, Garp's death. Right. He's definitely dead, right? Okay, so, like, the stab wound here, I mean... And we gotta talk Kuzan stuff here, too, right? Kuzan being conflicted looks great. Oh, yeah, so conflicted. Okay, I'll give you my read and what's going on here. So like, Garp's death, right? So you immediately can tell from my tone and my lack of reverence that I don't exactly buy Garp being dead from this exchange. Now, Oda did a little bit of work, okay, to sell this as, like, Garp's death or whatever. And so it's not impossible that this is Garp's death. Because, like, oh my god, did he stab him through the heart? I mean, maybe not. I mean, it's just fucking ice. He's probably fine. He got stabbed earlier in the fight. The real problem here, well, there's a couple of things. If Garp is actually dead here, then Oda would need to show that in a way that is, like, unrefutable. Okay? But this is extremely refutable. And again, somebody said it before, the deadliest attack in the history of the series, Kuzan's Ice. Holy shit, man. No. It's just not. He's just not that one, you know? So, would you be super disappointed if he died? That's a good question, Demigod. Would I be super disappointed if he died here? I would be super disappointed if he died here. Not because I think this is necessarily a bad place for Garp to exit the narrative, but because I think, one, it doesn't make a ton of sense with Kuzan. We'll talk about Kuzan in a bit. And two, just because the way it's presented here is fairly anticlimactic. And, like, this is where, like, the structure of One Piece and Oda's writing style recently is kind of a problem. Like, look at the structure of this page. Bro, in the fucking volume... The line of the fucking page is gonna go directly through this page, this face of Garp like dying, laughing. But by the way, if this is his death, this is a based way for Garp to go out, laughing and crying like a Giga Chad. Okay, doing the D thing. Okay, this would be a cool death for him, but this would be so fucking bullshit. The line's gonna go right here, directly through his face. Terrible. Why would he destructure it that way? Don't do that. And he's done it before. Oda just doesn't think of the spine these days. He just thinks of, like, the publication release. And that's what I mean. Like, in ways like that, he's, like, thinking more about, I guess, like, the digital release and, I guess, the anime. Anyway, I don't think he's dead. But let's give it a percentage. And actually, one last factor before we do percentages. And I'd like to hear your guys' percentages of death chance for Garp here. Kuzan. I strongly feel, and I think most people do as well, that Kuzan is basically a double agent. Either he's in Sword or something else. I see exactly a 0% chance that Kuzan just, like, legitimately joined the Blackbeard Pirates without, like, some larger thing. Look, the guy was not just some fucking lowly... who was a legitimate Marine who left the Marines who, like, actually... who just did that because they're like, no, piracy is actually good. I think there's exactly one character like that in the series, if I remember correctly, and it's Drake's dad. Am I does this sound right? Because I think Drake's dad was a Marine, but bailed to become a pirate. Drake, meanwhile, actually became a Marine. I mean, when he was young, he was, like, involved in his dad's stuff or whatever, I think. But he was a real Marine. Okay. Zeto or Z. Z is a good example because but why did Z leave the Marines? That's a great example. Why did Z leave the Marines? And again, Drake was a secret sword agent the whole time. Z left the Marines, okay, because the Marines were not brutal enough against the fucking pirate scourge, against the subhuman slime that is piracy. They were not brutal enough, and they were not killing them enough, all right? That was his issue with the Marines. The man is so based beyond belief. Okay, so the man who was a Marine was almost fleet admiral, and obviously, like wants the Marines to be, look, he's just every good Marine is just like a Marine reformist at this point. At the end of the story, we're going to get rid of the Tenryubito. The Marines are still going to exist because they literally said that's what they want, the revolutionaries. And, like, there are many good Marines, such as Garp, such as, Kuzan generally, Saul, etc., etc. Shiryu. Well, Shiryu was, I don't, not to split hairs. Like, he was a guard, okay? He was a vice warden or whatever. He was like a captain of the guard or whatever. All right, I'm not gonna bullshit and be like, no, he wasn't technically a Marine. I don't know if they're like part of the Marine exactly or not, but like he obviously was working for like the world government to defend them or whatever. But okay, well, compare them. Shiryu from the beginning was clearly a villain. Practically, what's going to happen to the Tenryubito, says Takuto? That is a good question, and I think the answer is, like, they're not going to get genocided. All right, they're a whole population with children included. They are going to get moved somewhere. Oda's going to like softball them because they're pretty evil, you know. But Oda is going to softball them and move them somewhere else, and they're going to they're not going to suffer a Daffy fate. No, they're going to be moved somewhere to like be reintegrated into society as like normal people. That's what's going to happen, or sent to the moon, baby, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, you know, I think Oda will have them brutally murdered on screen. Like, there's going to be a chapter for every Tenryubito getting tortured and murdered in front of their children, and then the children, too. Or first the children, of course. Then we do the parents. Yeah, gum guillotine! Based. All right, he's not going to fucking... it's not going to be a genocide thing, right? Murdered by Mac tonight, baby. They'll get the Frieza treatment. No. They're like literally like a race at this point. They're like a population. You can't like genocide them, even if they're like immoral or whatever. You gotta reintegrate them. That's it. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, question answered. So Kuzan, it's just I find it impossible to believe that I feel it. Maybe some people disagree. I feel that it is impossible to believe that they'll get Promare and no consequence transported away. Man, I don't even remember that. I only watched Promare once, and it was only okay. Okay, anyway, I feel it is impossible to believe that Kuzan is seriously fighting against the Marines. I'm sure what he's doing is for, like, the greater good of the Marines and the greater good of the people. What the fuck is Kuzan's motivation otherwise? Well, that is a good question. I feel that he has infiltrated the Blackbeard Pirates intentionally to do something. And okay, all right. At the very least, this is the furthest I could possibly imagine it going, which I may or may not believe. It is theoretically possible that he sort of legitimately joined the Blackbeard Pirates for his own ends, which include the the restoration of like the Marine, or like the Marines being reformed or something, or like saving people or whatever. There is no way that he is actually a bad guy. 0% chance. And luckily, Kuzan is like... The thing is, it kind of is nonsensical, because Blackbeard allowing him to join... One, the guy was a fucking admiral. You're going to let him join your crew. Instantly, you have to watch for this guy all of the time. He probably wants you dead. Nate, Blackbeard is a peace main? Oh, that makes sense. Right, you're so right. Nah, I mean, he's obviously not. And so, like, joining a crew of Morganeers, as they were known... is, yeah, some departed shit. Like, a crew like that is gonna do lots of bad things. Kuzan's gonna probably, like, try to avoid doing them himself. But one of the main things, when you join a gang, like, in real life, one of the things that, I talked about this last time, they make you do bad stuff to prove that you're legitimately part of them, and so that you, like, can't leave and go back to your old system or whatever. So, like, let's say you're an ex-cop that wants to join like a gang or something, like in The Departed, they try to make you do fucked up stuff so that to prove like, I don't know, kill this traitor to our group, like literally murder him to prove that you are like a criminal like us, you know? Yeah, the cartels do it. Ever see Sicario? I think it's in there somewhere, like Sicario 2, whatever it was. Yeah, I mean, that's real shit. But the thing is, this is One Piece. It's a story for children. Blackbeard has a very laissez-faire way of doing things in his crew. So he's probably just not worrying about it too much and letting them do what they want. And that like he's gonna let everyone have their own style, including Kuzan, because Kuzan's aware he's a fucking admiral, probably doesn't want to murder people. But here's the problem: if in any way Kuzan, I said this in the chat before, if in any way Kuzan ultimately like betrays the crew or stands in his way of like getting the ultimate prize of becoming Pirate King or blah blah blah, whatever that stuff is, then it's gonna be the most obvious betrayal of all time, and it will make Blackbeard, I remind you, the man who orchestrated basically literally every event, all the ones that mattered on the large scale, not Alabasta, but whatever, beyond that, basically every event of large narrative consequence pre-time skip was Blackbeard's plan. He did it all. He waited everything was Blackbeard. He's the king of One Piece early on. This man thought it would be a good idea to have a former admiral who could definitely murder him if he wanted to, if he gets a chance, join his crew and enter his inner circle. Now, maybe that's going to be addressed, and Kuzan's going to be like, or Blackbeard's going to be like, I never trusted him. I never let him in on, like, our deeper plans. But then, like, why do you want that man, like, in your inner circle to be? Okay, you see what I'm saying? There's major potential for Hack to here, but we'll see. We'll see. I doubt he's a double agent, but he still wants to fuck over pirates in his own way. That's believable. You know, it's believable, but we'll see. Since Oda loves parallels, Garp may just be put up for execution depending on Blackbeard's goals. Maybe. And yeah, let's address the Garp question. So percentage-wise, we'll talk about the ramifications of him being alive. But if he's dead, then we've done a good thing here of, like, the stuff with I mean, look, it's legitimately nice and heartwarming of Garp to sacrifice himself like this. I find it a little bit on the nose. It's a little obvious, not... Whatever. Not that, like, One Piece is known for, like, nuanced storytelling particularly. But, like, you can kind of ease your ways into plot devices. Like, imagine if Garp is really dead. Like, Jesus, that was kind of, like, not even Blackbeard himself killed him. Although, I'll give you, like, Aokiji being the guy to kill him is pretty cool, considering their, like, old relationship. Okay. But anyway. Bleach, spoiler alert, I think it's going to be an Aizen Gin situation. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, what are the odds of Garp actually being alive? Or rather, actually being dead? I would put that at Garp's death is, at most, I'll go as high as 25%. I would go up to 25% he might legitimately be dead. But, obviously, that leaves 75% chance likelihood that he is alive. And so, if it turns out that he is dead, I know that's quite high. That's quite high. But what I'm factoring in that is that this is Speed Piece, okay? This is Speed Piece. And I think Oda is trying to accelerate to the end zone. And, I don't know. And the other factor, maybe I'd go down a little bit from that. Because the other factor is, like, would Kuzan really kill Garp? Is it worth killing Garp to maintain your cover? You know what? I'm adjusting that. I'm adjusting it because of that Kuzan thing. I really find it hard to believe that this guy would actually kill him. Yeah, you know what? I'm moving it down. I'm bumping it down to... I'm going to go down to... I'll have it. 12.5%, okay? 12.5% is the best I can do because I find it really hard to believe that Kuzan would murder his fucking teacher like that, you know? Like, that just makes Kuzan like a straight-up villain. Like, what could possibly justify this shit of him, like, murdering Garp like this? I don't know. Oh, he had to go off the grid to do what? Nothing? To save Kobe? I don't know, man. And yes, and let's address him potentially being alive. Blowing his cover, so what? What is his cover achieving right now? Oh, I needed to find out, teach a secret, get his poneglyphs. I guess. You had like a year to steal them and like figure something out. And yet you killed Garp to do it. Okay, I mean, maybe. I say it's not likely. 12.5, I'll stick with, it could be 10, but whatever. I'm sticking with 12.5%. Tadaba Akainu. Yeah, of course, that's the one. All right, so. So we were going to just, the last thing about this section is, if Garp is alive, what would that look like? What's like the potential there? What would they do with that? You know, someone mentioned a theory. It was down in the comments below the chapter. Somebody down here said it. I'm just stealing their thought. But it did occur to me. So what would be the point of keeping Garp alive? He's just old, and old bad, new good, right? Young good? Well, I will say this. There were a couple of people at God Valley, you know. And there were a couple of people that knew, you know, some of Gold Roger's secrets and stuff. God Valley. Who was there? All right, Whitebeard was there. He's dead. Big Mom was there. She's gone. Maybe she's dead. Maybe not. Who knows? Kaido was there. He's gone. I don't know. You know, Garp was there too. Garp knows a lot of shit. I'm just saying, Garp could potentially be used for useful information about God Valley, historical shit, Zebek, Rocks, Roger. That could be useful to have. You know, the guy's been around. So, I don't know. We'll see about that. But the other thing is, obviously, yes, perhaps an Ace-style bargaining chip. Well, not that Ace was used. They were just going to execute the guy. But, yeah, I mean, something like that. He could have utility and, Garp. Okay, I got it. Here's what's going to happen. Garp's going to go to jail. Or he's going to go get locked up in in the jail here in Hachinosu. And who's he going to meet in jail? My man Moria. And they're going to have a training montage, baby. And it's going to be sick, okay? And it's going to be totally Kino. And everyone's going to love it, and everyone's going to clap. Okay, they're going to get super swole, and I can't wait for that. All right, so that's going to happen. I don't know. Whatever. I think Garp's alive, obviously. That's my prediction, but we'll see. Okay, Nightmare Garp is going to happen, yeah. All right, so moving on. Okay, and you know what? Last thing I'll say about this section is just... Like, this is Hakta. It is Hakta that this nice moment of Garp potentially dying, I have to be like, I remember Pell. I remember Poundy Pussy. Okay, I remember lots of other characters that were definitely dying, but then didn't. Okay, so like the death thing, no, I don't buy. But if you just look at it as Garp letting himself be captured, letting himself be saved to save these like young people that he believes in. That's Kino. A Bon Clay, right. That is Kino. And Garp is fucking sick. I love Garp. He's the best part of everything that he's involved with. So there you go. All right, Epic Sigh. My theorist senses are tingling regarding this whole thing with Blackbeard. He's always looking at the bigger picture, and everything he does is for some greater purpose. There's no way this whole thing of him turning full lead into an officially recognized country is the end game for him. Right, there's no way that could be the end, I would imagine, unless... Blackbeard just sucks now, but I don't want to believe that. Right. I think what he really wants is to try to use that new country as an excuse to get a crack at sitting on the empty throne. Maybe. Maybe Imu and Bibi will do a wombo combo or fuse somehow to become the ultimate villain. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I'll let the viewers stew on that, okay? Garp's genuine joy at seeing his crew escape is too Goda. I'm sorry. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Look at that. Oh, that's a joyous boy right there. Chapter 1! Nika confirmed since chapter 1. Since chapter 0. Okay, since chapter like -2. All right, meanwhile. However, on another story. All right, that's the end of One Piece. Okay, One Piece is over. We're shifting to Two Piece now. For some place I've never heard of called Egghead. Do you guys remember what that is? I have no memory of this. All right. Would also gain the world's attention the Egghead incident, where Emperor Straw Hat Luffy would face the siege on the island of the future. Wow, sounds riveting. Our tale shifts back to the island of the future. So we are going back to Egghead. We're shifting back there, but not next week. Oh no! Wait, no. I need a. I don't know what I need. How about? Fine. I'm coming from sadness. It's been over 4 months since we last saw Luffy. Jesus Christ, please. Luffy's been gone for 10 chapters. That's a lot. With all the breaks Oda takes, that is a long time. New live trailer reaction? Ha! All right, if you want to see that, bro, you got to watch the beginning of the stream because we talked about it for a long time against my better judgment. I just reread chapter 1081, and Aokiji wasn't going to join the crew Blackbeard asked him to, so that wasn't his plan. Right, Mayora, look, that's fine, but the thing is, I have a 10,000 IQ, all right? And let me ask you, is it necessary for... I'll give you the fair point. Was it ever likely that Blackbeard would ask him to join? No. I don't think that Aokiji necessarily went there to that area specifically, like, because one possibility is Aokiji hung around places where Blackbeard would be, thinking that, like, okay, I'm gonna sneak into his crew and get joined. I agree. I think it's more likely that he did it not on a whim entirely, but like when the opportunity presented itself. That's probably fair, but the point would be that he did it for a purpose. He didn't do it willy-nilly. The man is not a pirate. He's a Marine. He was a Marine since he was a baby boy. And the thing is, he's one of these, like, neo-Marine kind of people that are like, we need to take, like, a broader view. Just being a Marine might not be the best way that I can do the most for the world. Because the guy's a good guy, you know, and the Blackbeard Pirates are bad guys. He stands out like a sore thumb. He's not a villain. The rest of them are all villains. So he's got some larger plan there, I feel, without question, so we'll see. Kizaru is gonna die. To who? Luffy? Not likely. The deaths of Garp and Kizaru will push the Navy, particularly Akainu, to get their act together and actually go kill some pirates, all in preparation for the inevitable all-out war. Maybe. I don't know, man. What do we got here? Okay, here. I guess we could watch this. Whatever. There's a trailer for Nika. Sure. I don't know. We'll look at it. Somebody linked in chat. Why not? This is fine. At least this is like real One Piece. There he is. He's Nika, bros. Fifth. That doesn't look that good. Is this what we brought in animators from everywhere for? Looks okay. It's fine. Yeah, where's like the rubber hose animation, guys? Where is it? Can you imagine if it wasn't a fucking if it wasn't a retcon? I would be so much happier because I wouldn't need to be mad about it. But I do, because the way that it was done was deeply insulting to our intelligence. Wait a minute. He turned his hair into goggles? What the fuck happened? No! It's fine. I don't know. Like, it looks okay. Like, this is the shit that's gonna be like in theaters because it's so good. I mean, it looks fine. I don't know. Like, look at that, right? I mean, yeah, again, it looks, you know, it's good animation, but like, I'm not jizzing my pants at it. Now, if it was like straight up, I'll give this to Steven Universe. In Steven Universe, there was a moment where, at like the last episode of the show or whatever, they brought in like some fucking Disney animator to do. Now, I'll give you this. They probably didn't show all the best stuff here, because I mean, they might, you know. Spinel. Well, it was before Spinel, though I do love Spinel deeply. That's fine. The show is, I like a lot about the show, but there's some weird stuff in Steven Universe. But in the last episode of the show, there's a weird moment that goes on for about 30 seconds where the show goes from like one thing, it goes from like 30 FPS to like 60 FPS, and it's like a very fluid, different style of animation, and it's super. I mean, I don't even know if it's actually like FPS change or whatever, but it is so smooth. They brought on like some like Disney animator to do it, and it looks insanely good. That's the sort of thing that I feel like I've been sort of led to believe by at least the fans' discussion of this episode. And, you know, it looks nice, but I don't know. No, it's not an FPS change. It's just animated on ones. Domino, can you tell me what that means to be animated on ones? Because that sounds interesting. Like an interesting thing I would like to know about. Oh, James Baxter, the guy who did the Beauty and the Beast ball scene. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, well, there you go. There it is. Oh, each frame... Oh, okay. Each frame is different, basically, instead of repeating frames. Meaning... So, like, every single frame gets reanimated, like with Disney. Not... I mean, I've actually done some animation like this, where you hold... like an anime. They hold poses for frames, and it is, like, very janky looking compared to, like, Disney animation. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. So it's kind of like an FPS change. Oh, right, because it used to hold for some FPS. Now it's changing every frame. So that is a little bit different. Okay, anyway. Nate, 90% of what people said on Twitter about this episode is misinformation. Well, there was a guy. There was, like, one, like, Disney animator who said on his Twitter that, like, I was brought in to work on this. Or something like that, right? I'm not crazy. That definitely did happen. Right? You know what I'm saying? It was James Baxter. Oh, you were talking about him. I thought you were referring to the guy who animated the Steven Universe scene. You were talking about the guy who did the, Nika stuff. Right. Okay. All right. I gotcha. He uploaded the pencil test to his YouTube. Pencil test for Nika? And he did Steven Universe? Okay. Wait, he also did Steven Universe? Is this the same guy who did all three of these things? Okay, that's where I'm getting confused. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Cool. Cool. Wait. Okay, you know what? I might be confused about some of the people there. I don't know who did One Piece. Okay, got James Baxter is not Nika. Oh, okay. All right, thank you. It was James Baxter who did Beauty and the Beast and Steven Universe. Gotcha. Nika is making me insane.
I'm the Joker, baby.
If Luffy doesn't literally say, now that he is the Joker, say,
You know, we're living in a society.
then it will not be Oda's vision, okay? And he will not be a real Nika like me. All right, let's wrap up here. We got the last panel here. Thank you, James Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter.
Holy shit, my God, it happened. Now that...
Easy money.
Indeed. One more time.
Thank you, Baxter.
Holy shit. Actually, Nate, I did. Well, I'm going to pretend you didn't, so shut the fuck up. All right. Okay, another story. Okay, the Egghead Incident Arena, bro. Okay, Luffy's going to face a siege. Okay, break next week. Done. And we're going back to Egghead. Wow, amazing. It took so long, but we're going back. But not next week. No. Oda needs to rest for another week. He's so sweepy. He needs to be big nappy. Christ. Now that's some hacked right there. Okay. All right, let's not beat around the bush here, people. Let's just get to voting because my throat hurts. I'm tired. These streams are fucking exhausting. Okay, I can't wait to see my fat wife York again. God, I pray that what we saw of York wasn't like the end of her because there's just look, I'm not expecting Oda to be like a deep philosopher. But if Oda could just intrinsically imply some of the things that York's choice like obviously signifies about like excess and doing too much and like the parallels with the Tenryubito and wanting to be a fat lazy slob and like not working hard, like there's so much Kino embedded in the fact that York was the traitor. That is so good. I love it so deeply. That like I would want that to like just be something that comes up. Whereas I'm terrified that York is going to get basically sidelined once we get back because the reveal already happened and there's like not that much more to say about it. Unfortunate. That would be unfortunate. So we'll see. I want my bitch wife Lilith back. Same, bro. Same. All right. Let's analyze, shall we, the voting tallies, see where they stand. Oh, God, my throat. I'm going to take a sip of water. Hang on. I pull it up. Oh, look at the votes here. Interesting. So we've got a bit of a turnaround here. Interesting. So 30K Aleph going in on Goda once again. I think he won to 80K, or he bet 80K. Probably won much more than that. Excuse me. And Chernobite with 81,000. Probably going all in there. All right, here we go. Big week for Hacked. I can't wait to be correct. And Chernobite still has 200,000 left. Holy shit, Jesus. Ooh, it's like that line, Epic Sigh, I always vote against the crowd. Shit. What's that line from Ricky Roma from one of my favorite movies, or a great movie? Glengarry Glen Ross. I subscribe to the law of contrary popular opinion. I say when everybody votes one way, I vote the other way. You guys ever watch Glengarry Glen Ross? Great movie. Anyway, it's time. Let's commence. In the chat, It's time to influence the vote as best you can. Oh, why didn't this happen, this chapter? This is what it should have happened. Now, spam the chat, if you would, ladies and gentlemen, with Goda or Hackta. Remember this? Remember Pedro, my favorite character. All right, Godas and Hacktas. Godas and Hacktas. Godas and Hacktas. Godas and Hacktas. Which way shall the vote go? It's time to determine that right now. Let us commence. You know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting with a strong showing for Hackta. Oh, God, the live action. So much live action. The fucking... Okay, the trailer doesn't count, but let's just say it's bad timing. Poor timing, ladies and gentlemen. You hate to see it. Okay, thank you, DCB. Where's Uta? My wife isn't here. Okay, that's cringe. That's strong Hackta. This does look good, but what is it for? What is it all for at the end of the day when it's all for fucking Netflix peace? Christ almighty. Okay. Nojo, your son loves Goda? I'm glad to hear it. Okay, now here, Garp flashback. Okay, kill old people. Save young people. Okay, all right, I respect that. I respect that. Garp is a self-hating boomer and will commit suicide for the good of the youth. Okay, very impressive. All lives matter, apparently. Okay, we're saying blue line with a thin blue line. All lives matter. Understood. Nicely done, Garp. They have a lot of white capes out there. I'm just saying. Coincidence? Amazon Lily. Okay, they're fighting. We're sneezing. We're coping. We're dying. Kobe. Oh, we're sucking Kobe's cock. Oh, I love you, Kobe. You're so cool. Yes, please. You're the best character in One Piece. I love you. You're so powerful. I would trade infinite pirates for you. Infinite marines. You're so good. Okay, he's so powerful, guys. All right, here comes Lefisti Man. Garp is dying. He's concocting a plan. He's making him go move, do cool things. He's inspiring. He's cheering. He's rooting. He's making boys be the best they can be. Groose is pretty cool. I don't know. He's all right. I like that guy. His hat's dumb, but whatever. I still like him. Lefist of Justice. Okay, Blast. Okay, Helmeppo. His power level is actually kind of weirdly low, but okay, that's fine. Garp fighting Kuzan. He's jumping. He's punching. He's killing that man. He's bonking him right in the dome. It's over for him. And then here comes bam, 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 bam. Galaxy Divide Puncherino. Bonk. Okay, very cool. I like Garb. Now, this is an appropriate power level. Lit Lightning. Is it Conqueror's Haki or not? Probably not, right? But I don't know. Whatever. Garb could definitely have it. Who knows? Anyway, Pizarro got hurt. Ouch. Right on the dome. Okay, nicely done. Here goes Kobe now. He's like Garb, but better and stronger and cooler. He trained 10 billion times harder than anyone. Oh my god, he's Battleship Bags. Remember Battleship Bags that were firmly established in Chapter 1? Oh, yes, a pivotal piece of the lore of the series. Holy Christ. And then he gets ready. He revs up his fist. Everyone's sneezing and coping. They're seething and whinging and crying and shitting and coming as this man does his honesty punch. Bonk. And he blasts a hole in the fucking stratosphere. Okay, he's fucking dead. Everyone's hogging and shitting themselves, including me. Oh, they're creaming their jeans. They're just pissing themselves with sheer lust at the absolute godlike power of this man. Okay, Chapter 1, it was established that Kobe did have the Haki fruit, to be fair. So actually known as the mythical Zoan Haki man fruit named... Well, the guy's name was Haki too, so there you go. It just works. All right, so he did it. Oh, it was unbelievable. Okay, no, it's actually pretty cringe. Kinda, the power levels are cringe, but the theming of it is good. It just should have been, like, lower power levels. This is the same thing as, like, Shanks taking out Killer and Kid in one blow instantly. That is, like, the same thing going on here. Power levels are just out of control. Okay, but the bits around it are kind of decent, so whatever. Okay, that's fine. Prince, he saves everybody. Yay, okay, nicely done. That guy's got a good devil fruit, so it makes sense, I guess. Helmeppo saves his bro. Okay, nicely done. They got away. They're gonna, yay, Garp. Oh, we did it. It was Tashigi. She sucks, but okay, there she is. And Garp-chan. No, oh, he's so dead, bros. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, no, please. Please don't kill Garp. I can't believe it. There's a 100% chance that Garp is dead as of this chapter. He died to the most deadly attack in the entire series. I can't believe it. Kuz on ice. 0 survivors. And we are, at last, after 4 fucking months of our lives, but I guess only 10 chapters, relatively speaking, Oda's been fucking around. We're going back to Egghead. Return to Egghead begins next week. Except it doesn't, because he's going on break. Classic Hackta, and that's the chapter. And so, all that being said, there can only be one. Was this chapter indeed Goda, or was it Hackta? Remember Arlong? Indeed. No. It's a Goda chapter. What do you fucking want from me? Look, none of that bullshit about the fucking the live action stuff makes a goddamn piece of difference, okay? It barely impacts the chapter at all. Look, it was good. I liked Garp. Garp carried this chapter intensely. What can I say? I really like Garp, okay? I really like Garp. And you know what? The thing is, if you just make your peace with the fact that Garp is alive, I still think that this moment works. More or less. Because I think Garp is alive, I actually like this more than if he was dead. Well, it would be, like, shitty if he was dead. Because he's alive, this works for me. Now, if it turns out that he's dead, this will retroactively be intense Hacta. Okay, but I don't think that's the case. I think this stuff is fine. The Kobe stuff, obviously cringe. Obviously cringe. But like I said, I'm getting, like, the fact that the power scale is, like, insane and totally retarded, does it bother me? Yes, it does. It is stupid. But the other things about it are still good. It's kind of like the Katakuri moment, you know? Like, Katakuri, did it make, like, actual sense that Luffy won that fight? Kind of no, not really. And especially when you bring in the Nika shit. Jesus Christ. We'll just ignore that for now. The family... The Katakuri fight works because you buy into the what's the word? Because you buy into the narrative a little bit more than logic would have you believe, you know? And there are moments where technical versus thematic, where the thematic does justify some technical bullshit. And I feel that that's what this is. I think that it is dumb, but the Garp stuff is really good, man. Garp is great. He carries. Man, if Garp was not in this chapter, I mean, you know what it is. All right, you know what it would be. Garp was like 95% of what was good for this chapter, and Garp is really good. Okay? I'm not a hater, man. I am not a One Piece hater. God, this chapter had a lot. Man, I'm starting to second guess. Okay, it was like a fairly close call to go Goda on this because there was a lot of Hacta here. Okay, but what can I say? Garp carried. And look, I like old Kobe. Old Kobe is cute. Groose, Future. I mean, frankly, Garf's stuff about the old dying for the future. Like, I mean, it's like a joke, you know? It's a joke because it's so retarded. You're not save everybody. Like, don't like kill old people. Like, yes, you might need to do that theoretically, and that's what Garp does. But I don't know. Again, it's not that serious, guys. I see Garp. I vote Goda. It's basically simple as that, okay? Don't look too deeply into it, because as we've established, the era of fun pieces here. If I had to give this a number, that would be a much more complicated thing, you know? Garp lives for the future that is not his to see. Goda. And it's not Goda because Garp lives. It's Goda because of this scene where Garp is letting the chosen kids that he raised and believes in live on, which is a cool thing to do. Tesla, we already saw the Gear 5th animation, and it looked mid. Let's say this about old Hacta, though.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Very true, Jesse. Thank you for commenting. There you go. Oh, and let's see how the vote went. Who won and who lost? So, Aleph, sorry for the 30K you lost, buddy. It was fairly close. It was fairly close. Nate's a humanitarian. Garp put him over. It's true. I was being very charitable with Goda this week. I do feel that I was quite charitable, but you know, there's an X factor, and the X factor is just how much I like Garp. I'm not trying to be contrarian. I'm not. I just really like Garp. He is a vestige of old Piece in a sea of new Piece. Oh, Aleph won. Oh, what am I saying? Oh, Aleph won. Congratulations, Aleph. And, oh, God. Chernobite, no! I'm so sorry. But as you can see, the vote was relatively close, you know? 20-point swing. I mean, it's like a 10-point on each side, you know, up or down. There you go. There you go. We're done. I'm so sorry, Chernobite. Rest in peace. I'm sorry your family will starve and die. But also...
Shut up, bitch!
Nathaniel, you're going to see Barbie or Oppenheimer. Honest to God, I'm not going to see both. On a long enough timeline, I could see myself eventually seeing Oppenheimer if it's good, because I do like Christopher Nolan. But yeah, the answer is neither. it takes a lot to get me out of my ass to go see a movie. You know what I would like to see in theaters? Flowers of the Killer Moon by Scorsese. That I do want to see because I'm a Scorsese guy. That might actually be out right now. Yeah, that might be out. I found them both boring. Ooh, sorry to hear it. I mean, I think they both look not that good. Like I like Oppenheimer could be good because I like Christopher Nolan. But I have heard it said that Christopher Nolan has been coasting off the Batman success for a long time, and I don't know. Oh, it's in October. Okay, Oppenheimer style. Burn it. Yes, very good. Okay, nicely done. Haven't seen Dune. Frankly, they don't look that good to me, but I don't know. People say they're good. I don't know. Don't care. All right, I'm done. I think we're done, lads. You know, a go-to streak, you know. Maybe I felt a little bit charitable to go to this week. Hey, you know what? It happens. Sometimes you get a little fun with it. You get a little crazy. I have to rest this Thrussie. Okay, this Thrussie's been working overtime, yellowing. Ah! You know, like that. Got to stop that. Doesn't matter. Uncle Ben Venture Bros is better than both of them. Huh? All right, and I'll say this as we end. Did you see the One Piece live action trailer? I watched the thing at the beginning of the stream against my better judgment because I don't actually want to spread it. It just happened to come out on stream. I'm like, well, fuck it. I mean, I guess I'm literally streaming about One Piece right now. I guess I'll do it. Can we get a Yeru in live action One Piece? I sure hope so. I pray for that. All right. So if you want to see whatever my fucking long ass reaction to the trailer, which I get, it was pretty funny, I guess, but I don't want to spread it. Fuck it. I want it to not exist and not to be acknowledged by the world and to just fade away as fast as possible. I don't know. Maybe I'll upload it separately from the fucking episode here. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure something out. Anyway, I'm leaving. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon, everybody. Goodbye.